Hey everyone, welcome back. Do you have a Whirlpool dishwasher like this or a similar dishwasher and the door just will not seem to close right, so you can't start it? Well, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to want to check the mounting screws. Typically they're at the top. You should have two going straight up into your countertop. I've seen actually quite a few times where those screws will back out. I know you can't really see it right now, but just open your door and look up and you should see two mounting screws. If you don't, then likely it's mounted through the side, so then you can disregard that. But if you do see those, make sure that they are screwed in and that they're not hitting the door, because I've seen that many times. If that isn't the case, most likely you're going to have to replace the latch mechanism, which is going to require you to take the door apart. So what you're going to want to do, and what you're seeing me do here, is you've got several Torx screws. I suggest you take out the ones on the side first, like I'm doing here. I like to take out the ones along the sides first, and then I'll take out the ones on the top, because essentially once you get all these screws out, the door is going to split into two parts. And sometimes it'll catch and it'll stay above the ground, and sometimes it won't, and the door will just fall right down to the ground. So like I said, take out the side ones first, and you'll know that they're the side ones because they're shorter. These four at the top are actually longer, almost double the length, and it's because they run all the way through the user interface plastic panel. Alright, so before you guys really start getting into this door, you're going to want to make sure you either unplug it or flip the breaker. Alright, now we got that apart. This one actually does hold itself. There's like some hooks down towards the bottom which hold the panel. You're going to have to slide up on it and then drop it down to the floor to give you more access. Now I've gone ahead and I've slowed it down here. Essentially this latch mechanism, it just kind of clips into the door there, and you just kind of have to jiggle it around. You might even see like a plastic push pin. And to get this connector out, you're going to have a little clip up at the top. You're going to have to lift up like I did with my thumb, and then you should be able to pull the connector out. Here we have the new latch mechanism, and you should be able to just pop the connector in there. You'll hear it click and you'll know it's in. I believe I've also slowed this part down so that you guys can see. It's a little bit tricky to get it lined up and popped in. You're going to see the holes for the screw because those screws go right through that latch mechanism. So you're going to want to line up those holes, and then you're going to have some plastic clips you have to line up too. And you'll know because it'll pop in and it won't come back out. Next thing, if you look down towards the side of the door, down the side, you should see a little metal tab which is sticking out a bit, and you're going to want to slide. Yep, you see right there? You lift it up and then slide it. And then that way the outer door slides onto the inner door, and then it can kind of hold itself. This part's a little bit tricky. You're going to kind of have to slide up and slide down and get it to the point where it's just right. And then once it's lined up, you can see my hand there, my left hand is holding the door together so that it doesn't fall right back apart. You want to kind of support it, hold it together, so that way you can start getting some screws in. Now we're going to do the reverse order. We're going to go ahead and do these top ones first. As you can see there, that side started to sag a little bit, so I had to slide it up because there's a little rubber gasket there in between the user interface and that inner door panel. You want to make sure that that's not pinched and that it's aligned properly. Alright, now we've got all four of those driven in, and we're going to go ahead and do the side ones. Like I said earlier, you'll know which screw is which because the four at the top are longer, whereas the ones on the side are shorter. Also, you don't want to use like an impact. You can see there my screw gun, the clutch or the choke is set to, I think it's about 8. You really don't need that much force because you can strip these out. Alright, so once you get those in, you're going to want to flip the breaker again or plug it back in. Most dishwashers are hardwired, but some of them are. Some of them do have a plug on it. As you can see there, I'm just checking. Now you can see the door closes properly. And I got the power back onto it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to run a rinse cycle just to make sure that it does start. You know, it initiates, it fills with water, starts moving that water around, spraying it, and then drains it. And that it's not leaking. There's the old latch mechanism. I find that that white part of the plastic inside of it tends to fail and break, and then it'll kind of lock up that whole mechanism, causing it so that the door and the striker cannot go into that and the door won't close properly. I'm just cleaning up my tools here, letting the dishwasher run its little test cycle. And yeah, hey, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video helped you. If it did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day. Later.